Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to say thank you once again for watching my videos. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to see the way that I think about roles when I go and get weapons. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the Line in the Sand. The Line in the Sand is the legendary power fusion rifle that comes from the Sundial. It is a linear fusion rifle. It is arc. And if we look here, it is a precision frame, and all linear fusion rifles in the game are actually precision frames, the heavy ones. The impact is 41, the range is 36, the stability is 48, the handling is 33, reload is 31, charge time is 533, aim assist is at 60, inventory size, and all that jazz. One thing that's cool about the gun is that the recoil is at 63, so it isn't too bad. The bounce intensity is at 37. And here are the perk pools. So a lot of people keep asking me, why do you want what you want on your linear fusion? So I'm gonna break that down. So I'm sorry if this video is a little bit longer. If you want, you can always skip to the end if you like to. But there's a lot of different options, and as you can see here, there's a lot of different purposes here. Even on light.gg, there's a lot of different options here. But I just want to go through is the perks and why I like certain perks over others, right? So, boom, right here, light.gg says fluted barrel is good for both. Fluted barrel gives you +5 stability and +14 handling. With this gun that just came in, the sight is a bit different than the other linears. And what I mean by this is it doesn't reach as far down as others, or it doesn't, like if you go in a Leviathan and you're trying to shoot just one of the guards from like the very beginning, you can see that there's a huge drop off. But if I go in there and I use something like a sleeper, which has a nice base range, or if I go in there and I use something like the tarantula, I'm going to hit that. And it's all because of the sight. And it's kind of cool because Drew kind of pointed that out to me as I was like, man, this isn't hitting as far as it should, because linears should be able to keep up with snipers. So I kept thinking about it. And there's a lot of different roles that you can go for that can be for different situations. And in today's video, I'm going to kind of break down why I'm going to choose what I want to choose. Now, full board gives you +14 range, but it takes away 9 stability and 4 handling. And most people can handle that, even if you're a controller, even if you're on console. Now, the thing for me is that if you don't want to lose those two things, you go for Hammer Forge. Hammer Forge gives you +9 range, and that's it. And I've seen a lot of my peers wanting to go for liquid coil. And the thing about liquid coil for me is that on this linear, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it adds +33 to your charge time. So just base here, if I look at my charge time right now, it's at 533. If I go on to liquid coils, it goes up to 566. And you can see the difference in impact. It's not that big. But you know what? Usually in the world of Destiny, when you think of impact, you think of, oh man, I'm going to get to do more damage. On energy fusions, sure. On a linear fusion, the damage is not that different. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to use projection fuse first, right? We're going to see the damage here. Let's get this guy to face me. As you can see, that is 21,052. 21,052. That's not bad. That's a great, that's great damage. I do wish linears got a little bit more damage, but we'll see. Now, I'm going to go to liquid coils, which has a bit more damage to it. I do now have a little bit lesser charge time. So, as I shoot, it is 21,689. 21,689, I have lesser charge time, and I'm only doing about 617 more damage. That is not that big of a percentage at all for me to use liquid coils on this gun. I understand that a lot of folks are going for it. You think it's more impact. In my opinion, I wouldn't do it. I would rather take projection fuse. Then everyone's like, man, EK, what would you have on your gun? First, firing line is a great perk, and it's something that works well when you're with a fire team or when you're doing activity and you have two people next to you. Of course, go for it. But if you want something that you're going to be using all the time, right? If you want something that's going to kind of help you, or if you're one of those people that's like scared of charge time, I have a different role for you. But let's look at this role, because this role is very similar to the tarantula that I loved from year one. And if I compare the two, you can see that the tarantula is still beating me on stability and handling, but the line in the sand has the option of having rampage, of having fire line, of having dragonfly. And the neat thing too this season that they also brought in clown cartridge. But as you can see here, is almost as, I mean, like the stats are beautiful. And this is what I went for. All right. Everyone's like, oh man, look at Coils on there, you're set. Not really. All right. I have this with this role too. This is a role that I can go in and do things alone and not have to worry about others or having fireline proc. And this is also a cool role to have clown cartridges for, because I get to, if I reload, I get a chance to have an overfill in my mag. And the cool thing about this role is that my range is basically where I want it to be. I have the full bore, I have the projection fuse, which increases my range, right? Projection fuse adds +9 range to my weapon. I have the rapid hit. So if, you know, every time I hit the precision, I'm always going to have a stability. And then my reload speed is going to be insane. So I don't need to worry about that. And last but not least, I have the backup plan with the ranged masterwork. And as you can see here, this kind of keeps up with Tarantula, which is one of my favorite linear fusions. And if you go through the collection of linear fusions, you can tell that most of them lack range. And you can tell that, look at this. Look at the range on these guys compared to the Tarantula. The Man of War is probably the next best thing. But as you can see here, it seems like they brought in a bunch and just didn't give a range. And you will notice a difference when you go from one gun to another to see like, oh man, Sleeper can hit from this far, but this gun can't. You know? Now, if I compare this gun to the Sleeper, you can now see that I got a little bit more range over it, and my charge time is a lot better as well. My charge time is at 533. So here we go. That's a nice smooth charge time. And the cool thing about backup plan is that if I go from a different weapon to this weapon, I will be able to shoot 2 shots right away, right? So let's get this guy to face me. Boom. That's a pretty neat thing to have. I did miss my first shot, but that's freaking beautiful, man. Especially on a big target. With backup plan, you switch to your gun, you shoot 2, rapid hit is already at 2, and you get to just keep DPSing. Now, another cool option that you can go for, where are you, bud? I have a different version of this. Is it this guy? No, it isn't. I don't know where I put you. So, another good version to go for, if you're going to be cleaning up on some yellow bars, Genesis and Rampage is a good one. I need to do the Sundial a little bit more, but I want to go for a full bore, a projection fuse, a rapid hit, or rangefinder. The reason why I want rangefinder is because then that is going to extend it a bit more, which is what I'm looking for. All right. So if you're watching this video and you're still with me here, you want a full bore, a projection fuse, a rangefinder. And then if you can get fire in line and backup plan, awesome. The reason why I would even take rangefinder is because I'm going to change up my masterwork. I want my masterwork to be charge time. All right. So now rangefinder is going to compensate for the range that I'm going to lack from the range masterwork, but then the charge time is going to go down from 533 to even lower. And as you can see here, the charge time, I can bring it down a lot more with to 500. So I'm cutting that even lower, right? Having a 500 charge time with backup plan. Let me see if I can even show this here. It's almost like instantaneous. So if you're out there and you're a fan of linear fusions and you love linear fusions, that is my perception of a god roll. That is the role that I'm still going for. And when you guys get the chance, if you have something like this in the vault, go test it out and let me know what you think. I like to thank everyone for always watching my content. Thank you for checking me out, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay awesome in 2020, guys. Pieces.